Hello and welcome to Galaxy Advisors. The purpose of this video is to explain how to install Condra 3 on a Windows 7 PC or server. It is part 2 of 2, updated on December 28, 2014. You have completed 2 of the 4 steps to installing Condra 3 on a PC. The first step was to have all your Microsoft high priority updates are installed, and the second, the latest Java 7 or 8 update is installed. The next 2 steps are what this video will explain, and it will be step 3, install the MySQL database server, and step 4, install the Condra 3 software. Now note the MySQL Workbench software, which acts as a graphical user interface for the MySQL server, will be installed with the MySQL installation. So let's begin with step 3, install MySQL. First is to start your browser, Internet Explorer, Safari, Firefox, etc. Go to this URL listed here. Now all the URLs or links in this video are under the show more underneath the YouTube video, so you can look at that, copy the links there and paste them in the browser. So go to the development.mysql.com downloads MySQL link. Click on the download button for the MySQL installer 5.6 for Windows. As indicated here, you'll see this picture, and click on the download. Now, different browsers have slightly different page rendering and security messages prompts, but the following steps will really serve as a close guide for you to follow. In step 4, click download. Now note the web community option assumes you have an internet connection to your PC or AWS workspace during installation. And again, the download link is here on this page, but also is in the video below. Step 5, click login, sign up, or at the very bottom you'll see a line that says no thanks to start my download. You can click that. Then you'll have a message asking do you want to open or save. Click save. Then go to your downloads folder in step 7 and double click on the file MySQL, kind of a installer web community 5.6, I think it's .22 now, MSI file, which is the Microsoft installer file. In step 8, you're going to get an open security warning. Again, depends on your browser. Just click run. Step 9, at the user account control, click yes. And step 10, click install MySQL products at the top. In step 11, check the box I accept the license terms, and then 12, click next. Step 13, click execute. Step 14, it might take a while again after that execution, so just click next after the operation is complete. And then at this point, at this window, you're in step 15, choose developer and click next. And note I've listed here the developer installs the following items. Probably the most important one is the MySQL Workbench, which serves as a GUI application. In step 16, click execute. Now to add the required software. Now the required list of software will vary depending upon your existing software installation. I've given you 2 examples here where on some computer says, well, we're just going to install these 3 items. Another one is a longer list, so it depends what's already pre-installed on your Windows machine. Just wanted to give you a heads up about that. So at this prompt, just click execute. Click I have read and accepted terms, which I've blocked out, and then click install. In 18, after installation is complete, just click finish. Now here, if you have more than one added prerequisite for software to install, you will be stepped through additional installations. For example, here's a second required installation in the 4 next screens, A, B, C, and D, that you'll be stepped through. So just keep going through and installing the required prerequisite software until it's completed. In step 19, after the final requirements are installed, just click next. And then at this window in step 20, you'll see a list of the installation progress with the items to be installed, and just click execute. And then you might get a message about not all products could be downloaded successfully. Just click yes. These most likely are not needed to run Condor at all, or the MySQL servers. So just click yes. And step 22, click next after all the files have been downloaded. And then at this point, configuration overview, click next. and then install. Again, the following products will be configured. Click Next. And then you'll have at this MySQL server configuration, you'll have the idea that you are in the development mode. You've checked enabled TCP/IP networking, and then just click Next. This one, a very important step, is create a root password is required. Add a user account and password and click Next. Now, again, the screen may vary depending on kind of what version of Windows you're installing. Some will be asking for a current root password, others not. Just follow the prompts. The most important thing is if you do create a password, make sure it has no spaces in it, no special characters really, and just remember it, because every time you sign in to Condor, you have to start MySQL and you have to remember your password. So that's very important to remember. Step 29, a MySQL server configuration is going to give a server name. We recommend to have the start the MySQL server at system startup, standard system account, and click Next. Then click Next again. Ignore if you get an error, just ignore that and just click Next. And then finally just click Finish. After a little while, again, MySQL Workbench is also installed at the same time. Be patient, it will start after a short time. And then when this window appears, I want you to click on that gray block. It's called Local Instance, and click on that Local Instance. And then in the upper left corner, you'll see something called Management Server Status. Click on that Server Status button, and then the screen will appear, and this confirms that MySQL is running and provides you with the directories where it's installed. And if you wish, you can install and download the MySQL 5.6 Server Reference Manual. It's about 32 megabytes, and it can be downloaded at this URL for this PDF. And again, this URL is below in the Show More listing. So we completed the 3 steps so far. The last step is install the Condra 3 software, and I'll also explain 2 options on how to start it. So the Condor 3 installation steps, there's really 4 overall, and I'll go through again with this click by click with you. The first step is to complete the Condor 3 sign up form to obtain your license key, and it's at this guardian.galaxyadvisors.com Guardian URL, and again that URL is in the Show More beneath the video. Once you do that, you finish out the sign up form, you're going to be sent an email that asks you to validate your email address. So you'll validate your email address. Then at the license manager, which I've shown a form here, I'll show you the current version of Condor, which is 3.02, and click to download there, and you'll download the Condor latest jar. And then once you start Condor, for the very first time, it's going to ask you to enter your license key. And your license key is there highlighted in yellow that you'll just copy and paste into your license. So those are the 4 steps. So let's go through this click by click. So again, the first step here is to complete Condor 3 sign-up form to obtain your license key. So go to that URL. You'll see a welcome message appear, and at the very bottom, you want to click on Sign Up. In step 2, complete the form with your username, email, password, confirm the password, your first name, last name, and company, and click Sign Up. A validation message displays. It talks about to complete the sign-up process, please validate your email address through the received link, and just click OK. In step 4, check your email and validate your email address, so you'll get this license manager at galaxyadvisors.com email, and when you open it, you will see verify email address, so click the verify email address link. In step 5, a license confirmation email is sent to you, and I just wanted to note boxed in red that you can always return to the guardian.galaxyadvisors.com Guardian to check on your license status. An important note here is that your initial registration for Condor 3 allows a 14-day trial period. And after the 14-day trial period ends, users need to email Peter Glor at pglor@galaxyadvisors.com and request a yearly license for either a commercial license for commercial use or a free academic license showing proof of your academic status, such as a web URL, a name.edu email address, and describe the research purpose of your project. After your request is approved and processed, you will receive a confirmation email. Users may log into the Condor license manual again at this URL and confirm their license type has been updated from trial to year. Then the next time you start Condor with an internet connection, your updated user license will be authenticated and Condor 3 will be available for use. So coming back to the steps now, step 5, here, download the latest version of Condor 3 from the License Manager link. Select and copy your license key. This is a picture of the License Manager. I've highlighted in there the red box where you download the latest version of Condor. And then your license key I blocked out, but that will appear kind of a long series of numbers and letters and will be your license key. And just copy that for later pasting it in when we start Condor. Also in blue, I've blocked it out, but your name, email, and company name that you signed up for will appear there in the blue. Now, you can always return to the License Manager to re-sign in, reset your password, or download an updated version. In step 7, under My Documents in your Windows PC, create a new folder called Condor 3. Don't put any spaces. It's much easier just to have it as Condor 3. And then we have move the Condor 3 jar into that folder. So you'll see My Documents Condor 3. I think that the latest version now is Condor 3.02.jar, and just have your jar in that folder. Now there are two options to start Condor 3. Double click on the Condor jar or use a condor3.bat command file and set the Java memory. Now we recommend to use the .bat command file to ensure Condor has enough memory to use, especially when working with large files. Now again, two prerequisites to start Condor 3. Your computer needs to be connected to the internet for the Condor server to verify your license when starting Condor, and second, your MySQL database server is running. So here we are. Let's look at the first option of starting Condor 3. So go to where your Condor 3 folder that you installed and double click on the Condor jar. And the loading Condor message appears. It'll appear like this, loading Condor. And then for the very first time, enter or paste in your license key. And then after you've done it, just click OK. The important thing is you only do this once. In step 4, a database credential window opens. Enter your MySQL password if you created one, if you have one, or just click OK. If you got an error regarding the MySQL install step using password yes, then no password is needed, just click OK. So at this point, if you did create a MySQL, this is where you put it in and click OK. In step 5, then Condor starts and is ready to use. So that explains the first option of starting Condor with the Condor, clicking on the Condor jar. Now let's talk about the second option. The second option is save the following two Java commands in a file called condor3.bat. And that is the set path command here, and then the second line, a Java command. I've underlined the 2G. This is where you change the memory depending on the amount of memory your computer has. We recommend that you allow at least 1 gigabyte of memory for your computer to run besides running the Condor file. Note you can change the 2G to desired memory allocation and adjust the set path depending upon what version of Java you have installed. You might be installing Java runtime version 8 where you'll change the 7 to an 8 in and the GRE. And depending on what version of Condor you're running, the current version is 3.0.2. Change that accordingly. And then when you double click on the Condor 3 bat file to start Condor 3, we'll set the memory using these two commands. Again, enter or paste in your license key if you're doing this for the very first time, and then click OK. Next, set a database credentials windows. Enter your MySQL password, again if you have one. If not, just click OK. And then Condor 3 starts and is ready to use. It's shown here in an Amazon workspace. So the next suggested steps are how to obtain a Google CSE key to use the Google custom search engine, and also how to obtain the 4 Twitter API keys to conduct Twitter search. And with that, your Condor is ready to start and running, and your installation is complete. And we hope you enjoy using Condor 3 for your network analysis.